عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته مجددا in this series of correcting the baccalaureate exam. In this video I am going to correct the English topic number 2 concerning the scientific streams. في هذا الفيديو سوف أقوم بتصحيح بكالوريا اللغة الإنجليزية الموضوع الثاني الخاص بالشعب العلمية تسيير واقتصاد رياضيات تقني رياضي وعلوم تجريبية. Let's get started. A. Comprehension. Read the text carefully and do the activities. So this part has 8 points. We are going to start with the first question. Question 1. Write the letter that corresponds to the right answer. You have 3 statements, A, B, and C. We are going to start with the first one. Money laundering is to A. Get large amounts of gains, B. Hide the illegal origin of gains, or C. Cross the frontiers. The right answer is money laundering is to hide the illegal origin of gains. Statement B. Criminals, GAP, operate with new ideas. A. Occasionally, B. Rarely, or C. Continually. So the right answer is criminals continually operate with new ideas. And finally, statement C. Money laundering can gap the economy of a country. A. Damage, B. Develop, C. Control. The right answer is money laundering can damage the economy of a country. We move to question 2. ننتقل إلى السؤال الثاني. Put the following ideas in the order they appear in the text. You have 4 ideas. You are required to order them according to the ideas or according to their appearance in the text. The first idea which comes first in the text is C. Money laundering, a world issue or a worldwide issue. After this, you have D. The impact of money laundering on economy. Then B. Tricks used by criminals to launder money. And finally, A. Collaboration, a necessity to fight money laundering. This is the order of the ideas based on their appearance in the text. So you have C, D, B, and A. We move on to question number 3. Answer the following question according to the text. Question A. Is money laundering limited to one country? Justify. So, no, it isn't, because it crosses both national and international lines. So money laundering is not limited only to one country, but it can include a lot of countries. So, no, it isn't, because it crosses both national and international lines. This is the justification of the answer. We move on to question B. How do criminals hide the origin of their illegally gained money? B. Criminals hide the origin of their illegally gained money by breaking up large amounts of cash into transactions to avoid currency reporting requirements. And question C. What can be done to fight money laundering? Collaboration is necessary to fight money laundering. Thus, governments should bring law enforcement and financial regulatory authorities together with the private sector to enable financial institutions to play a role in dealing with the problem. So this answer is actually mentioned in the last paragraph in the text. We move on to the last question in part 1, which is find what or who the underlined words in the text refer to. You have them, their, and the problem. So the word them refers to the ways. So the ways criminals use to obtain money illegally are endless or endless. One of them, meaning one of the ways. So them refers to the ways. There refers to criminals, right? And finally, the problem refers to money laundering, because the problem in the text is money laundering. So concerning this question, them refers to the ways, there criminals, and the problem money laundering. Now we move on to part 2 or part B, text exploration. This part has 7 points. The first question, find in the text words or phrases that are closest in meaning to the following. You have to gain, revenue, and monetary. So the synonym of to gain is to obtain. It's mentioned in paragraph 1. The synonym of revenue is income. It's mentioned in paragraph 2. And finally, monetary, or the synonym of monetary is financial. It's mentioned in paragraph 3. We move on to question 2. Give the opposites of the following words keeping the same root. So the opposite of legitimate is illegitimate. The opposite of appearance is disappearance. And finally, the opposite of successful is unsuccessful. Now we move on to grammar. Question 3. Combine each pair of sentences with the connectors given between brackets. Make changes where necessary. So A, you have governments of different countries cooperate. And the second sentence, governments of different countries eradicate money laundering. You are asked to use provided that. So here you have 2 possibilities to answer this question. Possibility number 1, either you start by providing that, and you have provided that governments of different countries cooperate, comma, they will eradicate money laundering. Or you can say, governments of different countries will eradicate money laundering, provided that they cooperate. We move on to B. Criminals manage to disguise the origin of their incomes. Criminals use tricky methods. You are asked to use such that. So, criminals use such tricky methods that criminals manage to disguise the origin of their incomes. This is concerning question 3, grammar part. We move on to the last question, which is about pronunciation. So classify the following words according to the pronunciation of the final S. So, amounts. The first word is amounts. Next, smugglers, smugglers. Then, authorities, authorities. And finally, sources, sources. So, amounts, smugglers, authorities, and sources. Thank you very much. Indeed, dear students, I wish you the best of luck. Bye.